So Mind Palace is a psychological thriller with noir elements. It's about a man named Jack trapped in his own mind palace, trying to uncover the memories he himself locked away. However, we realise going through each memory that they get darker and darker, and maybe Jack should have kept the memories locked away.
This film follows a man who has to keep facing his demons and his darkest memories as he's stuck in a place that won't let him forget.
My goal with Mind Palace was to create a story where the viewer learns about the main character at the same rate he does, so we can form our own opinions about him. I just want to see what kind of feelings people would have if they just like the protagonist for the protagonist's sake, or if they actually think about what that person has done.
As the producer for this project, I was really passionate about gathering all of the funding together to bring the vision of the writer and the director to life. For the distribution of this project, we're looking at a number of short film festivals, but for the time being, we're also looking at YouTube and other social media sites to get the word of the project out so people can share it around.
Mind Palace will be primarily shot on a 50mm lens with a very small focal depth in order to emulate the lenses of the era in which Mind Palace is set. Pairing this with 4:3 ratio framing also means that while we get a very authentic look, we get a very cinematic look.
My goal for this is to sort of combine the powers of diegetic sound and non-diegetic sound to really create an eerie atmosphere, sort of grounding the character in realism, but expressing the surrealism of the world that he's in.
I work in correlation with the actors, exposing them accordingly to the lighting plans to make the best film possible. This is to make it visually stunning, but more importantly, to make it more entertaining for the viewer.
My goal with editing is to tell a story that gets the audience thinking and consider the shots on screen and what they convey. I also want the shots to be able to breathe, so the pacing will be a little bit slower, but it's all for the storytelling.
The visual style I'm attempting to go for is similar to Edgar Wright's The Last Night in Soho, as it's also a neo-noir psychological thriller. This film will have neo-noir elements, as I feel like the vibrant colours and the dark narrative will merge very well together, as the colours will show the audience rather than just telling them what is happening.
A big influence for me is the late Alan Splett, who is famous for his work on 1977's Eraserhead by David Lynch, because that sort of revolutionised the way that we use sound in films.
My influences in general from like Silent Hill, because those kind of stories have the similar kind of feeling, and also noir elements come from like the shots and just the pacing. A particular inspiration for me is Michael Kahn, Steven Spielberg's editor, because he himself has said that shots should be able to breathe, and this itself is what is needed to tell a great story, and not fancy cuts or loads of little cuts. Just let the shot breathe.
I'll take inspiration from the likes of Blade Runner and Memento, using gobos and cookies with coloured flares. This is all while keeping it low budget and in the grasp of our talented crew.
The main inspiration I've taken for this project is from the series The Sopranos. Reason being that in The Sopranos, the camera work is used in order to portray the character to have immense power or a lack of.
For the end hallway scene, I wanted to be a red colour scheme similar to that shown in The Shining by Stanley Kubrick, as the red colour scheme shows the horrific nature of the last memory. Also, to make it clear what's memory and what's the present, there will be a different aspect ratio. So for the memories, it will be a much more wider screen compared to the present.
We would be grateful for some extra funding. With this finance, we will be able to get access to some of our locations, as well as props such as costumes, smoke machines and weapons, which will be vital to this project.
Final note, I'm hoping that my 7 years of film experience will come in handy here, and that I can help mould this film into something really unique and really special.
This is a really great project and a great collaboration of a variety of different crew members. We're very fortunate to have our hands on a lot of great equipment, such as a Blackmagic camera, and all in all, I'm just very, very excited to see how this project's going to turn out.
I'll intend to blend the neo-noir and thriller styles seamlessly to tell this dark, gritty tale.
I believe that the audience of 15 and above will really enjoy this, as it shows that we all have struggles and demons that we have to face, and sometimes you just can't forget about those, but in the end, we'll do our best to face them.